everyone, in this video we are going to talk about how can you create dates in the calendar in a very fast way. You'll see the layout of the days for 2025. So this is a reference photo I found online. So how could we create these days, the layout, in a fast way? So we will not need to type them one by one. That takes the time. Yes, so first I'm going to turn off because I opened the grid, you can see those small grid. So if I don't want the grid, I can hit hide the grid. Yeah, so first I'm going to type vertically S M T. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'm typing them vertically and I'm going to the tab, convert to the area tab. Then I'm going to go back to the tab and go to area tab options. So you see we got 7 days per week, so the columns would be 7, and also the rows would also be 7, because the maximum row we need is 7 for the calendar for each month. 7, hit OK. Then you will drag this box. Then you will got a very nice grid here with a even distance and with an organized grid here. So how should we enter those numbers? Double click, hit return key on your keyboard. 1, 2, return key, 2, return key, 3, return, 4, return, 5. So whenever you want to type the other word, you will hit return key and you can move to the next grid. You see the specific distance is a proper distance, an even distance between each day. And you see the number has been aligned well with the name of the date here. Name of the day set in the week. Enter 10, 11, 12. I'm just keep typing return key and enter the number. Type return key, enter the number. Then they will be aligned and they will have the right correct distance between each other. So the January is start from Wednesday. So the first day I will fix here. Click and return. So now I got the first day of January placed right under the Wednesday is what the calendar is supposed to be. So then you see everything just line up properly as it should be. So return 17, 18. I'm just going to type everything quickly. Yeah, I'm done. So this is the calendar for the January. So the number, I take it. So for the February, we will not need to do everything again. We can simply copy and paste. So the first day of February start at it's Saturday. So we double click here and return. So now you see the layout just turns well. I'm going to delete the date we don't need. Copy, paste, and this is a March. So double click, return. Yeah, now I got the correct date here. So in this way, you can create the calendar for each page, the dates on each month just with several minutes. So that's a very fast way. You will not need to type everything and spacing them yourself. So what if I want to increase the size of this grid? So you can hold in the shape. So you see when you are holding the shape to increase the size. So at first it looks well, but if you increase too much, it will be out of the space, everything just messed up. So you can keep the size as this. So if you want to increase the size, make sure you will go to object, expand, hit OK. Then you can just increase the size in the way you want, any size you like. It will not mess up with the layout. So the thing is, once you're done the expand, you cannot go back to change the typography, the fonts of your design. And yes, if you right click on group, you may still be able to change the color of the tabs, but not the fonts. So make sure you will change the fonts to the fonts you want before you expand it. Yeah, so now I'm going to talk about how would you may need to add a grid for your calendar. So the grid is the tool in Illustrator which could make your design more organized, to make everything aligned up in a proper way and help you to plan out your design, to determine which position to place what, to include what elements. So let's go into the view. Let's go to the show grid here. So this is the shortcut key you can always use, show grid. Yes, now you will see these small boxes. So these are your grid. So whenever you need to place in your object with a specific distance, this is a really good visual tool to help you determine the proportion, the distance, the sizing problems of your graphic elements. So so how would you change this grid? If you want to make some changes of this grid, you can always go to Adobe Illustrator 2024 and you will go to settings, guides and grid. And here is a number you can change. You can change the guideline number into different. You can change the color of the grid actually here. So the guide is another color. So yeah, so the guidelines, let's try 30 to see what it may look like. Or we try 20. Let's try to see how the grid would change. Hit OK. Oh, it seems like it turns smaller. So let's try another number. So this time I will try still I think 4 is okay, or I'm trying 2. Okay, so you see each square has been divided into 2. Settings, grid. So it's really determined by how large your elements would be, and you can just play with those. Grid. Okay. Yeah, so now you see the grid becomes larger. Yeah, so if you want to hide the grid, you can always go back to the view and hide the grid, and it will disappear. You want it to show up, view, grid, and just hit show grid. Yeah. Then you can go to the view and drag out your rulers. Rulers. Oh, I think I already turned on my rulers, so if you haven't, it will tell you to show rulers. You can hit here. So in this way, you can drag rulers from up to from top, and you will see a line, blue lines here, and you can also drag rulers from very left, drag it here. So you see now the rulers is not very obviously, so we can go to the settings, grid and guides. We can change the color of the guides, which is our rulers, and you can also change a lighter color, light gray, for your grid. So you hit OK. So now you see the rulers is more obvious. So now you can plan out on what elements, how would you want to align up your elements here. So you can count the grid. So I'm just going to give a quick example. So you can always drag another here, another rulers, and another rulers, and another rulers to make everything aligned perfectly. So I can plan that I want to put the name of the mass over here. I want to put my graphics, my image here, and how would they how would they will spacing, and how's the layout would be look like. So this is the function of the grid and guide. So you can make them the both tools cooperate to create a better layout for your design. So the rulers, you see now you can move it freely, right? You can move it anywhere. But sometimes if we have elements here, so I want to select everything and I move, the ruler will move with my design here, with my action. So if I want to make my rulers fixed here without moving, so I'm going to the view, ruler, going to guides here, yes, here. So we can say I want to lock my guides. So in this way, the ruler, you see, whenever I move the guide, it just can't move anything. I can move my design elements. When I select, the guides will stay here. And then you can always go back to unlock it. Then you can move it. You can still move it. So if you go to view and hide grid, the grid will disappear. Go to view, show grid, the grid will appear again. Yeah, so you can make your the layout of your calendar more organized by using the grid and guide. So it doesn't mean your calendar needs to be that formal and traditional layout, but yeah, so this is just a function you can use in Illustrator.